And a couple years later, fast forward, you become a part of South Agents. But was you not even you weren't South Agents straight away?
Who, me?
Was you?
No, I was in a crew when I left school. I was in a crew round the art area.
Okay, and what was that? What was
That
that?
was there was an older crew called Most Ratted. We were Most Ratted Youngers.
Okay, I heard about Most Rated still.
Yeah, we were Most Ratted Youngers.
Yeah,
And I think we went to a house party one time.
yeah.
And I bought Mega. Me and Mega went primary school.
Oh,
together.
so you knew him from primary?
Meg, I know Meg from like 6, 7, yeah. So we were just chatting at the party, and then all of a sudden everyone started MCing, and I was listening to everyone spit, and I thought I might as well just chime in, and Mega looked at me like, "Oh, are you serious? Can you do it? Can you drop another lyrics?" I dropped another one. He's like, "Nah, bro, you need to come and join my crew." At least my crew. So I'm thinking, it's not that simple. Joining crews and that, it's not that serious. You got me leaving my friends for what? I'm not getting paid. But yeah, so that was on a Saturday. The next Sunday,
You remember the days, innit?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that was just like bad boy house rave. You remember certain house raves? That one was sick. Yeah. And the next Sunday, he called me to on radio with Doctor Drastic and Pauser. And that's near Lower Sydenham, and that's how I met them. Yeah,
There was a radio
behind the back.
Behind
the
garages.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. So South Agents was So it was you lot, and I remember coming to the block because obviously I grew up with Drastic as well. That was my guy. So I remember just coming back to the block saying, "Yeah, we got a new Mad Youth in our crew still."
No, we weren't a crew yet.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
That day,
go on.
That day, Drastic took a shine. We were bridging. We see back. Just at the corners in it. The short.
Shout out to my boy
Dras with the tight corner.
No, you know it was. Dras said, "There's this brother that done a set with us today, and he's fucking sick." Like that's what his energy was, and we were like, because I think them lot was recording like Ish and Mikey and that was recording the set, but I never heard it. So then when I heard it, I was like, yeah, but I didn't catch it straight away. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Your flow.
It's kind of
how it was unorthodox, but it was hard. Like I knew it was different. I knew it was hard, but I just didn't.
It wasn't my name, but it wasn't like that. Yeah.
It was
more
different.
stabby.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But then after like, I think there was 2-3 sets in, and I heard you spit a certain bar. I'm a man to remember the bar, but let me see. Did I write it down? There was a bar that you spat, but I can't remember it right now off the top. But I said, "No, this brother." I understood because first everyone was like, "Yeah, no, Zero's cold," and then after a while, you lot kind of formed your crew, innit?
Yeah.
So again, when you're seeing people respond and react to you a certain way, are you knowing, I've got it? Like I'm cold. Like, did you know that from early?
Yeah, because I got the response. I mean, I think my first, was it the first day? First or second day at school, we were spitting, and I dropped a bar, and everyone just went nuts. And then from then I realised, right, yeah.
But how did you? Because you obviously were spitting the So Solid bars on the Asher D and that.
No, but that was before. I know.
Yeah. But I mean, like, how did you get good? Like, what did you study? Like,
no, see, when I get into something, I go down rabbit holes. Like, seriously, yeah. I would listen to like crews and sets and dissect their bars.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
like that.
Yeah, so you know the whole culture and who's doing what and who sounds like this.
Yeah, I would spit like I was in the crew. Do you know what I mean? And try to keep with that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And that's probably why you got so many different flows in
there you go.
Right, that's cold still. So at what point did you feel like, like South Agents now? Like you lot made a crew. I'm skipping.
Yeah.
I'm fast tracking, but you made the crew. Was it like a thing of like, Zero, like because they didn't. Did their crew exist? South Agents, or that got developed once you?
No.
Because they had.
Do you remember Drastic and
Top Status? Top Status.
Yes,
they had Top Status crew.
They had Top Status. Yeah. And Mega wasn't in the crew. He was just kind of floating. And then Mega linked me up with Mario. Yeah, because he said basically Mario obviously he used to go to school with like Danny Reed and Target and them lot. So he's got links down that way. And so he was telling me his plan. But for me, I'm still someone who kicks ball and I like to MC. So I'm like, he kind of sold me on his vision. It wasn't really my vision. It was more Mario's vision for me and my ability. And yeah, he was just serious about it. And he kind of like, I've got a studio, we're gonna do this. I know sometimes there's talk, but it wasn't. He rang me the next day, we're going to studio to do that. I said, you know what?
Yeah, one thing about Mega, he had a vision and he was backing his talk.
Yeah, Mega and Mario,
and Mario as well. Yeah. Okay, so who come up with the name?
Mario.
He come up with the name.
Yeah. You know, at first I didn't even like it. Because I'm used to like most ratted and everything too horrid and nasty and grand. Yeah. And then just like South Asians, just like, but like I should have a briefcase in there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But like you said, after a while, yeah, it rings. Yeah.
So Mario, I didn't know that Mario came up with the name still. Okay, so at this time now, so in Lewisham, obviously there's certain crews making noise, whatever. You had Essentials doing their thing.
Essentials were like the main crew.
They were the main crew because they were earlier.
They were older than us.
They were older than us, so
they've been having Dizzy on their sets and all
so
that.
we were looking up to them like, bro, they're bridging the gap.
Yeah.
But then you lot started to make noise. South Soldiers was making noise. There was, I'm not going to mention everyone because I forget, but you lot started to make noise. When was the time when you felt like, because there was a time you were still kicking ball the whole time. When was the time when you was like, this is getting serious kind of thing, or like people are starting to be a fan of me, as opposed to like man them in the ends like, yo, you're good, you're cold.
We're going back. I was probably like really late to the net. I don't really do net like that anyway. But we're going back then. Still didn't. Like Rewind magazine and that. I was late to that. So I think Foster must have said to me, yeah, they're talking about you on Rewind, man. I swear down. And then when I used to start going on Rewind magazine.
Yeah, on the forum.
And we're talking people from like all over the place. Well, I'm just used to like Lewisham, Peckham, Greenwich, like South East London. And now it's going to like all over the place. Milton Keynes and so I think round about then, yeah.
Okay. And was there like a moment or something like where you felt like, was there a shift for you? Because obviously football was like more your belief and your dream, but then you started to like establish yourself locally, but then you kind of you lot started to work with like the crews in East and that, so Danny, like Wiley and all of that.
Yeah.
You lot started to do sets with them. Was that when it was like, you know what, we could, you know what, man, you said, we're gonna blow. Pause. That sounds crazy.
You know what, back then we say some wild stuff, you know?
No, but I'm trying to let it go. I'm not trying to get caught up in the whole.
Yeah, it's immature still.
Yeah, it's immature still. But yeah, did you think in your head that we're gonna go to our next level, or was it still not that for you?